Welcome back everyone to another YouTube video. So today I was gonna play Men of War Assault Squad 2 with the Rob Z realism mod on. Took me a while to even figure out how to set up hotkeys so I could start recording from in game. Anyways, let's get started. So for the Germans, for the attacking force, which will attack this, the map is much bigger with many more defenses, but since I'm sort of constrained for time, I should change that. Since I'm sort of constrained for time, I can't fill up the entire map, because I remember I did that before. It took me a while, and I went to go save it. It just crashed my game. Every time I try to load up the save, it just crashes my game. So for the German attacking force, we have 2 armored vehicles on each side, along with a truck which carries troops. Now these 2 armored cars and truck are the exact same ones here. Basically, all the trucks are the exact same, but there are 2 different variations of the armored cars. For one armored car, they have multiple riflemen, Panzerfaust, which is basically just a disposable rocket launcher, MG, and then a bunch of more riflemen and SMG men. Same thing here, tons of riflemen, 1 guy with an MG, and a few guys with SMGs. In the truck, we have a medic. No, not a medic. We have a rifleman driving along with an officer in the passenger seat, and in the back we have a medic, machine gunner, a few riflemen, and a few SMG men. Now, so here we have 1 probing force which is going to attack this trench. Over here, this probing force is going to attack this section of the map, and the main force, which consists of 2 trucks and 4 armored vehicles, are going to drive down the main road along with a tank and actual armored vehicle. They're going to drive down the road, and they're going to be like the main attacking force on the Soviets. Inside of the tank, you can see that we have a Panther, which is like it says, a German medium tank, 5 crewmen, and for this armored vehicle, I believe it shoots explosives, and it has 3 crewmen. So let's go check out the Russian forces. So over here on the Russian side of the map, the defense, we can see that we have multiple riflemen, multiple SMG men of all sorts of variations, ranging from early war to late war. I didn't really have a set time period for this. I kind of just put a bunch of different guys. We have an officer here, MG set up here, and a medic with another MG man down here. Over here we have a machine gunner set up, the only Russian sniper in the entire defense. Over here, some more soldiers armed with SMGs and rifles, another officer, and that's pretty much it for this trench. For this trench, we have riflemen of all sorts, along with SMG men, with MG set up in this little wooden bunker, and here more riflemen and SMG men. more soldiers with rifles and SMGs. And then you could just see that we have MG set up in these little MG nests per se, with a medic and officer over here, along with many more soldiers with rifles and SMGs. In this trench, same story. SMGs up here. Machine gunners up here, and then soldiers of all sorts lined up with rifles and SMGs from all types of from all ranging from different periods of the war. We have an MG set up here, which can help cover this trench. We also have a anti-tank gun, I believe, which pretty good at being an anti-tank gun. We also have a T-34 back here. All these defending forces are static unless the Germans somehow manage to throw in a tank. If needed, I think I might send in a few German reinforcements, which basically just consists of these 3 vehicles with the same men. So I guess we can start the war, or the battle. So first I'll put it in a slow motion so we can get the people moving, because I haven't I barely know how to use the editor besides placing down guys and stuff. There's like waypoints that you can set up. It's just like a whole fiasco. And as you can see, this isn't the perfect way to do things, because the vehicles kind of just say screw it, I'm gonna go drive off in my own direction. Like this guy, like you can see his like waypoints here. Don't have no clue what he's doing. I could just pair them up, but then they like to do stuff like that. Once the Russians start firing, I'll allow the drivers of all the trucks along with their passenger to jump out. Everyone else manually jumps out. Yep, there we go. So now you can see all the German troops hopping out of the truck. So now we can see the battle start to take off, and I'll stay quiet for now. Well, I'll add some commentary. So this Panther and BTR, really loud. Here, I'll pause for a second. They've managed to take out quite a few people. There's different levels of veterancy in this game, ranging from no veterancy to veterancy 5, and basically they make your character, the NPC player, the guy, more accurate. And I think it also boosts their health. I don't know. I kind of just play this game every now and then. So we can see that anti-tank or something has hit the right track. So let's just unpause. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Here, I'll just go ahead and up the render distance so we can see further. Unless I forgot how to do that. Yeah, this is a very confusing editor. Might have something to do with those numbers. Oh, maybe it's this. Oh, I don't know. Let's just continue on with the battle. I forgot to mention that I left on a setting that allows the NPCs to have their own. Well, you can play as them. I'll just say the guys. That allow the guys to have infinite ammo in regards of their main weapons. Which also allows vehicles to have infinite ammo. I put in the wrong type of German infantry, so every last one of the Germans, besides the officers, are wearing camo, and the medics. So without that tank, the Germans are gonna have a hard time, an extremely hard time, taking out this T-34. So I might have to tell one of the Germans to go repair it once things on the have started to calm down. I'll try to interfere the least I can with the battle, because when I used to do this without recording, I always was biased towards like one side of the battle, and I would like help them out, spawn in extra units for them. And as we can see that the front trench here for the Soviets, this is the only guy left in the front trench, so we can go ahead and pull him back. This trench has just been completely obliterated. No soldiers alive there. Here, there's still a few soldiers. The anti-tank gun was damaged. In what regards, I can't see because it doesn't have an image. So, it's probably something to do with like the shield. Yeah, the shield looks blasted. So German forces are approaching the trenches. In the distance, you can see the T-34 just watching. This German right here, he is healing himself to get his health back up, and okay. I just commanded these two soldiers to go ahead and man the machine gun, but looks like that was a mistake considering that both of them died. So a quick overview of the Soviet trenches again. German attacking force was way too strong. When I was testing this out, the German attacking force was way too weak. So then I added a lot more guys. Now what that noise was coming from, I can't really tell you. Look at the Germans. They have quite a few level 5 veterancy soldiers. These vehicles can be repaired, I believe. The ones that are still marked on the map can be repaired, but those are only the regular trucks, and they're not even damaged. Anyways, you can see that German infantry really beat up. There's about 4 guys left over here, 1 guy here, 4 guys over there. The Soviets, same story, really beat up. So I'll go ahead and pull the Soviets from the western trench, which is this one, over to the eastern trench, and I'll give the Germans and some extra reinforcements and perhaps a Panzerschreck, so they can so they can more easily dispose of the tank, because I'm 100% sure that most of the men who had Panzerfaust, they died pretty early on. So I'll just oh wait, I forgot my hotkeys don't really work that well. So what I'll do is I'll spawn in 1 convoy here and another convoy here, and I'll also give the Germans, let's see, two men armed with Panzerschrecks. From off in the distance, they're still being shot at. The AI in this game is pretty weird. It looks like the soldiers have started hopping out of the trucks, so I'll assist their truck drivers. Anyways, let's get rid of the HUD. Continue to watch the battle. Oh, I forgot to pull the Soviets from this trench. It's about three men armed with SMGs. That guy was taking the scenic route, I guess. So, as you can see, the German forces are nearing. Thanks for the Soviets. They look terrible. 2 soldiers left, but they still do have this tank. And the guy didn't run away from the grenade. So I'll disable HUD to see what the tank's up to. Tank has taken out 8 vehicles, and they just killed that guy. Like I said, I did think I did a little too much for the Germans. Maybe I should have gave them only 1 convoy more. So I'll just go ahead and help out the Soviets by backing up their tank. I have no clue what this guy's doing. He has anti-tank grenade. Let's get away from that. I think that hurt him. I don't know. Looks like the Soviet tank drove away from the smoke. Looking at the surviving Germans, it looks like it's just some of the BTR. Oh, yeah, it looks like it's just these BTRs in the back, or that's what they're called in the game, called BTRs. So. Oh, I have no clue what these guys are doing, but let's get back to the main center of action. Soviet tank just seems to be diddle-daddling. I have no clue where that anti-tank is. I guess they died in the push over here. But grenades are being thrown at the tank, which disabled its track, which means it no longer can move. You might want to get away from there, bud. Yep. Killed that guy and knocked that guy down, I believe. Unless this guy's just, yeah, he's just unconscious. Anyways, looks like the Germans might have won this round. Yeah, definitely. The Soviet tankmen that were inside of there have just been killed. So let's go ahead and assess the damage, I guess. So starting from the back, you could see already that there were a few German casualties. This guy, which I believe is an officer, don't know how he died. As we get further, these yellow blobs are the dead Germans that tried attacking the trenches. Some bodies were destroyed, like this one, or they were lost inside of the tank, because obviously you don't see some of the tankmen in there, like outside. None of their bodies, unless these are their bodies, but they probably aren't because of the equipment that's outside. So we can see as we get closer, the German flank over here, they did their job. So then they turned their attention from here to over here. Now we can see that many Germans died in this part of the trench from the MG fire and tank shooting. But there were also a large loss for the Soviets, as every last man that they ever had defending this place is now dead. And you can just see how many that is by looking at the red splotches. And now, as the AI usually does, they will return to where their last waypoint was. What was that? Sometimes the AI likes to scout out an area where they just killed someone, or shoot at an area still, even though someone's dead. Let's see. Now, I did move some stuff around for the map for the Soviets' favor and just for like gameplay purpose, recording purposes. So I moved some walls over here, and that's pretty much like the only tactical advantage the Soviets got, because there were two of these little stone walls blocking this area. And I moved some bushes over here and this bush, just so we could see better what was going on. Now, if we had to assess the deaths, I would say, because the Germans attacked with, well, armored vehicles and a single tank. They took many less deaths than the Soviets, but that's just me eyeballing it. The real death count could be the other way around. So, I guess that's all for this video. Unless, here, we can run this battle again, but this time if the Germans die, I'll give them another just one convoy, not two this time, and only one bazooka. So same like last time, put it on slow motion, press start, and then I just tell them where to go. Oh, I put it on pause. Now, for all I know, the Germans and Russians could be swearing in their own language, but I don't speak either language. I'm sure my 2 viewers that I get per video don't either. So occasionally you'll hear them swear, especially in like the small little radio talk that they do occasionally when they're not in battle. Now, let's get ourselves situated, and we can go ahead and take it off of slow motion. So here we can see the Germans approaching, already being shot out of their cars by the anti-tank. Here, I'll have to let these guys exit their vehicle. Just because we want to maximize the amount of soldiers, and this is what they realistically would do instead of just sitting in their little truck. Yep. Now my FPS is going down a little bit, but that's okay. So far, Soviets have taken, I'd say a couple dozen losses, while the Germans have taken, from eyeballing it, less casualties. Let's switch back to the German POV. Sorry if you just had your ears ripped out from the loud machine gun fire. German tank is detracked. Anti-tank just blew up a few guys here. There's the medic. Guy in front of him just got domed. It looks like we're having the same story told, where these two trench systems get knocked out, and this one seems to be the last holdout, but it seems like the majority of men here have also died. Sorry about the mouse, guys, if you can see that. Here, let's go ahead and have someone repair that tank. This brave guy is shooting directly in the direction of a T-34. You can still see the heads of some Soviets over there. Quite a bit of them left. But not enough to warrant any significant force. Let's go ahead and pair them up over there. Now we can see the German horde getting closer. Seems that something blew up this BTR. Perhaps the tank just blew it to bits. There's the German tank. Seems that the repairs were complete for it. Now it is going the same path that all the other armored vehicles took. Now, just out of pity for the Soviets, I'll see if I can target it. Nope. It looks like the Soviet tank is now loading in some, what was that? APC, AP, HEBC rounds. Which, from how big of an acronym it is, you can tell it's very large. Oop. Now, there's still one Soviet rifleman here, Soviet officer, and 2 soldiers outfitted with SMGs. Just holding their ground. The Germans make their move when they're not being shot at. With it appears to be PPSH. Here, let's have this guy fight. Alright, guess he didn't want to. German officer getting brave and just rushing the trenches. And the 1v1 pistol fight seems the Soviet officer won. Anyways, all that's left of the Soviet defense is the tank and this guy. Seems all that's left is this Soviet piece of armor. German Panzer making its move. Panther, whatever you want to call it. German tank. Ooh. That knocked off some armor plating on the side. If the Soviets could land another hit of that and repel the Germans, it's probably can't, considering that officer just made it to their trench. Just ran over one of his friend's bodies. Might want to back up there, Mr. Soviet. No clue what's going on, but oh, he already used his. Sounds like Mr. Soviet's having some problems. Somehow, the tank still hasn't succumbed to the amount of explosives that's been pumped into it. And now the Soviet, he just killed some guys. Oh, I accidentally took his role. You see, every battle in this game is pretty much different. Sometimes some very crucial pieces of equipment stay back. Other times, your infantry attack might need reinforcements. Sometimes it won't. If there's any like small scale battles that you guys would like me to attempt to create with the vehicles I have, please don't request anything with airplanes, because those are very hard to do anything with, and you have to do some scripting if you want the AI to manually control it instead of me. There's multiple factions: Germans, Japanese, Russians, Americans, and Englishmen. There's different mods I can put on, and different maps, different vehicles, different weapons. So let's discuss the damage before saying my deuces. So 1 German loss here, and then more and more Germans dead bodies start to pop up. A lot of them have been destroyed due to explosions or being run over. Over here. Yep. This would definitely have to be a Soviet loss, because not only did the Germans secure their base, they even sustained less casualties and lost less equipment. Well, I mean, in terms of guns, these can be scrapped, I guess. A few Germans died after reaching the trenches, mainly over here in the Battle of the T-34, with only 5 survivors, with the 2 men inside of the Panther and the 2 guys chilling in the BTR back here. So you could consider that 9 survivors total, with some interference for me helping out either side. So hope you guys liked the video. If you did, then feel free to like and subscribe. I'm sorry about anything that you didn't like. For example, me helping out either side. I don't know. It's your guys' personal taste. I can't really put anything on it. So, thanks for watching. I guess I'll see you guys in another video.